How do I, 21 meters, explain to my parents, 45 meters 45F, why I've never had a girlfriend? For background, I am gay and closeted from my parents as they are religious and conservative. Because of that, my sister and aunt are the only people in my family that know. I currently have a boyfriend that I've been dating since freshman year in high school when I was 15. My parents know my boyfriend really well, but they only think he is my best friend. He also happens to go to university close to mine, so our parents just think we are best friends that hang out with each other a lot since we are the only people from our high school in this new city for university. My parents have always asked me if I have any love interests, and I always have to make up some excuse about being too focused on school. However, they recently have been pressing to ask more about why I've never had a girlfriend, and they are urging me to try and find a girl I like. I'm not sure what reason to tell them that I am not currently interested in a girlfriend, because I also don't want them to become any more suspicious of me being gay. My dad is also a traditional Indian parent who wants me to at least start looking for a girlfriend, and my mother just finds it odd that I've never expressed an interest for a girlfriend. Most of my close friends are girls, and my parents always think I have a crush on them. It makes me incredibly uncomfortable, and it's difficult to explain I don't like them in that way, even though we are extremely close, but only as friends. Too long didn't read, I'm gay with a boyfriend, and parents don't know. What excuse do I give for not being interested in having a girlfriend? I'm focusing on my career, is a good one where it's not safe to come out to them. Your primary responsibility is to remain safe, and that includes emotional safety, so if you need to keep your sexuality hidden from them to feel safe, that is valid. You could tell them you meet people but you haven't had anything turn into a relationship yet, you're very busy with school or work or whatever and that's slowing you down. You can even ask them to please stop asking all the time because it just makes you feel anxious and you'll let them know if anything changes. Will they cut you off financially if you come out? What are the risks of coming out? If it's too risky right now until you're financially independent, get a friend to pose as your GF. Couple of cute FB posts should get them off your back. You're kinda at an impasse. You can either continue to come up with well-meaning lies, I just haven't found the right girl, or you're going to have the big honking coming out conversation. I offer no judgment either way. At 21 you are often financially dependent on your parents and the risk of that being ripped away when you come out is no joke. But I just remind you that lies only ever get more complicated when you tell them, and when they unravel it's often worse than just telling the truth would have been. If you're not ready, and it sounds like you're not ready, then you do not have to tell them until you are. 21 is very young, although it sounds like your parents had you very young, hence why they're pushing now. Don't tell more lies, but you can say to them, when I'm ready to find someone, I will tell you. For now I'm focusing on myself and my studies. I'd appreciate if you stopped pressuring me. There's this idea out there that absolutely everyone must come out. You really do not have to if you don't want to. How can I politely react to my 25F boyfriend's 26F little sister 14F's annoying and snarky teenage girl teasing and put downs? Title edit, I meant boyfriend, 26M, LOL. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years now. My boyfriend and his whole family, mum and dad are early 50s and 2 brothers are 18 and 17, are a sarcastic, tell it like it is, and teasing bunch. At least my boyfriend's parents and brothers know when to tone it down or suggest that they're teasing you, but his little sister, let's call her Amy, doesn't. Actually, when it's just me and her in the room talking, then she's mostly fine, and if she's being snarky or teasing, then she mostly says it's a joke if she says something teasing that can be taken as hurtful. However, when any of her siblings or parents are in the room, she lets it all loose with her chaotic side, ridiculous statements, a lot of teasing, and generally things said to be the center of attention. Whenever I think about her and how she makes me feel, I'm reminded of that John Mulaney bit where he says 13-year-olds are the worst. In general, my boyfriend's family's teasing teasing involves things that are accurate and that you're sensitive about. But how Amy makes me feel is specifically to tell me that I'm a freak and don't belong. Again, to be fair, my boyfriend's family is also weird and they know that, but then to interpret Amy's teasing would mean she thinks either, A, I'm not weird enough to understand/belong with her family, or B, I'm a loser who shouldn't be acknowledged. I basically feel like I'm being bullied by a teenager. I don't have specific examples of what she's said, but there's always the general comment of don't worry about it, leftover chamomile tea, in annoyance and waving me off. She says/does this when she's said something teasing about me around her brothers/parents and I ask her to repeat what she said. Either I honestly didn't hear it or I'm trying to buy myself time for a comeback. Then because she's already said that and waved me off, she doesn't want to repeat herself and her brothers, including my boyfriend, just laugh and wave me off too. I hate that. In the beginning, going on me and my boyfriend's first year together, I bit back a couple times a bit too rudely that it would sound like I'm bullying her back. I'd said, I didn't ask for your opinion, or good thing I don't care about what you think. I know I suffer from my low self-esteem issues, but to have it thrown at myself from a snarky teenager all the time is stressful. It makes me so stressed and anxious that a lot of the times I don't have a good time being around my boyfriend's family. I've talked to my boyfriend about this and he points out correctly that 1. I need to work on my low self-esteem, 2. that his whole family teases everyone all the time, and 3. that if his family, tease about something that's sensitive, then the receiver of the tease should know that the teasers, love them, the teased, enough to joke around with them, the teased. Too long didn't read. How do I as a grown woman politely ignore or reply to a snarky teenage girl's teasing and put downs, where she is my boyfriend's little sister and I need to have a good relationship with their family? Been with the boyfriend for 3 years now. They sound awful. What a cruel way to interact with people, especially people they supposedly care about. I would tell her the truth, that you find her teasing hurtful. His whole family sounds exhausting tbh. I'd just not react to her, maybe just be like okay, cool and walk away. Don't give it any steam. Hanging out with your BF's family should be chill and not where you have to be on edge and prepare ammo all the time. When people try to tease/annoy me, I just go sure, and go do something else. They want attention, right? Don't give them any. Give her feedback. Sounds like she likes you, can treat you well when you two are alone. With others in room, she treats you per their dynamic. Tell her that you don't like those jokes. Tell her that personal teasing is uncomfortable to you. You can tell it to her when you two are alone. After that, if she makes the joke again, respond immediately with something like that is not funny to me, or please don't. This is picked habit combined with immaturity. No, it did not mean you have to be doormat. You can set boundaries, you can say no, and you can tell her that those jokes are too much for you. Adult honesty: your behavior is cruel and rude, and I'm uninterested in hanging out if you're going to act like that. And then you leave. I guarantee this girl loves you to pieces and will be shocked and horrified when you exert boundaries. Unless she's learned the rest of the families, if people get upset when you shit talk them, it's their fault, not yours. Attitude. Teasing isn't teasing anymore when the other person's feelings are hurt. You're not oversensitive, and just because that's how his family does it doesn't make it something you have to put up with. You said his parents even know when to tone it down, so clearly they understand at some level that there are boundaries you don't cross. Whenever the sister says something hurtful, I think an age-appropriate thing to say to her is, hey, I actually feel hurt when you say that. If she brushes you off or says she was just joking, be firm. It hurt my feelings and it's not teasing anymore when someone is hurt by it. I would prefer you not say things like that to me anymore. She's 14, she's more than old enough to learn what's appropriate in teasing people and respecting boundaries, and to learn that she should feel bad if she hurts someone's feelings. If you have to, literally leave the interaction. Make it clear you find her behavior hurtful and immature. Let your boyfriend know that you're not looking to be mean to her, you just have noticed she isn't great at being mindful of your feelings, so you're gonna be toning down one-on-one interaction with her for a bit. Yeah, I hate the BFS reasoning. WTF. It means they love you enough No, it means my discomfort isn't respected. My 28F Shah husband, 32M, claims taking care of our son, 19 meters, is enough. Edit, I wanted to thank everyone who took the time to reply to me. I had a lot more replies than expected. As of today all my options are open. I asked him once more if he needed therapy or couples counseling and he said no, so I'm actively looking for a nanny/daycare. He made an effort today but he always does that for one day or two, so I'm not going to let my guard down until I see actual real effort from him. I also arranged my schedule at work to get paid €30 more when working weekends, so we have an extra €120 a month that I can start saving for a car. I drive but I'm not very experienced and I have a phobia of driving, so I'm panicking at the thought of totaling our only car or killing someone or injuring myself and not being able to take care of our son when none of the paperwork is in my name, so I couldn't even get the insurance to work if I messed up driving that specific car. I'm anxious and nervous to BTW. We both worked in call centers except I took antidepressants and went to therapy, and when my family needed me I went back to a job I dreaded with the right mindset and succeeded into getting promoted, so I'm really happy at my job. Now I just need to be and feel happy at home. I'm going to own my life, everyone. Thank you once more for your support. I don't want to be a victim and I want to reap the benefits of all the sacrifices I'm making for my son and myself. Hello Reddit. I need your help. I'm at the end of the rope here. I've been working since November at a stressful job and quickly climbed into a leadership position where I'm making enough money to keep us afloat, live fine but not indulge too much. Some ends of the month are really tough, although we always make sure our son has everything to be fed and clean. My husband is taking a mental health break since he decided to stop working last year because of anxiety, so he's staying home with our 19-month-old son. I'm not sure he's having anxiety issues though, because he used to skip work before to hang out with his friend and game. He lost his job because he simply stopped showing up. He kept promising me he would find a new job the week after until we ran out of money and I had to go back to work. My husband tasks up: 1. Get up and take me to work. 2. Take care of the baby during the day, then come get me at work at the end of the day. That's pretty much it. Sometimes he'll hang the clothes out if I nag him. He feeds and changes the baby during the day. He also claims he plays with him, but when I was working from home I noticed taking care of the baby was just letting him play by himself while my son plays on his phone or watches TV unless he gets really fussy. Once I get home from working all day, I'll clean the house, do laundry, etc. while he either plays on his phone or computer with other people, sometimes well into the night, both men and women. I like to go to bed early, around 11 p.m, because that's when I have a little me time to fully relax, but he usually complains because he took care of the kid all day, so I should take over. I'm exhausted, tired, resentful and angry all the time. There is barely any communication anymore between us. I'm falling out of love and I don't have patience for our baby because I'm exhausted from all the stress all the time. I feel like I just can't trust him and I think he'll continue to find excuses to slack even when our son gets into daycare in September. TLDR, I think my husband isn't doing enough around the house as a stay-at-home dad and I don't know how to make things better. I'm tired of being tired all the time. I'm not sure if he's anxious or just lazy. Please help me with any perspective. I can't afford a divorce right now either.